Are you going to buy something such as Plex? Always enter code Aceface into the Creator Code tab here. This makes it so that 5% of the earnings go to me and doesn't cost you anything extra. I would appreciate it a lot. Hello everybody, my name is Aceface. We're going to be doing something new, something that we've been not doing before on the channel before. It is namely Nullsec missions. Nullsec missions is something very new to me. I've only done a few now that I've just started. This is completely something new that I've never done before. When it comes to the missions themselves, they're not particularly different compared to missions that you would traditionally see in Hyperspatial, but I do notice that there are some slight differences to missions, like you're facing different NPCs, and it seems like a little bit of different objectives than what I'm used to. But otherwise, this is something that I've not done before when it comes to like a PvE activity. I've done most PvE activities in EVE Online, and it's something cool to see. So my friend Ibad Tijori, he's in a corporation here in the Stain region, and with my alt account, I've joined this. So here I'm doing some low-level missions in a Confessor. The Confessor seems to be pretty good because it's quite quick, nimble little ship, and also it has pretty good DPS and range. So it's able to do these lower-level missions because that's what I'm doing right now. In the Stain region, you're doing missions then for the Sanchez nation. So my character is going to soon not be able to go into Hyperspatial probably because the Empires are going to hate him so much. We can see here, True Power, which is like a faction or corporation for the Sanchez nation. You can see here that power is slightly increasing, or the reputation. So that's what I wanted to take you guys with me on today, doing some of these missions here. This station I'm in is pretty good because it's got all the different levels. Missions got level 1, not level 2, but then level 3 and level 4. So I like this here. Ibad was previously helped me a lot with them, but I'm going to do some level 1s, which I can do by myself. Otherwise, he was doing level 3. He's working on doing level 3 missions, so we were doing them together. He was using, I believe it was a Confessor 2 or another small ship. It was now over a week ago since we did that. But we wanted to do this here. Let's see what we get. You see, you face against different empire corporations. So you see here, we're against the Galente, for example. See here, where is this? So it's in the same system that wins. That's pretty good. See, the missions rewards are really bad, but I do have some missions that actually were all right. I mean, I was getting, if you consider the LP and everything, LP rewards together, it was like just under 1 million ISK in some of the good missions. And that's really good for an level 1 mission. In general, all the missions, they're going to be a lot better here in Nullsec because the mission LP rewards and the ISK given scales directly off the number you see in security status here. So let's say we're doing missions in a 1.0 system, the highest security status you can have. It's going to be absolute worst rewards. And then the lower you go, like to do it in 0.5 high security space, it's a lot better than the 1.0 high security space because the security status rating is lower. So it's good to do missions in the lowest security status system you're comfortable doing in. So naturally, when you go into low sec, for example, it's going to be a lot better paid than high sec. And then if you go into null sec, it's going to be even better. So this is what I like about this ship here. I have to keep an eye on the D-scan too, is that it's got really good range, so we can just snipe a little bit like this. Pretty chill ship. I've got this kind of Cyber Knight skin. I like it. It's the Candid style is one of my favorite ship themes, you could say, in the game. But I'm not too happy with all these emblems all over the place. I prefer when it's a bit more plain. But I think it'll do. You can actually even split these up to maybe even do this a bit quicker. But then you're gonna have to move more. Yeah, it's better to split it up because we almost are able to one-shot them. Look how good this ship is here. You just blast everyone. Like it's nobody's business here. We can just align to the station in case someone is going to go here. So I'm not sure how we're going to do the L4s later, because the thing is, doing the L4s is going to require us to have some bigger ships. But with bigger ships, there always comes bigger problems. They're slower, they warp slower, and they also, if someone sees them on the D-scan, they're going to be a bigger target. People are like, oh, a juicy ship to destroy. So we'll see what we'll do. It probably won't be a Marauder because I feel like that'll be a little bit too risky. However, we'll see. It could perhaps be an idea if maybe me and my friend are doing this together. Then it's a little bit more off-putting. But then again, maybe people want to get 2 Marauder kills at the same time. So I don't know. We'll see. Could be also strategically looking at the local, like for example here, there is some guy here who is in local chat, and he is not aligned to our corporation. However, when I'm looking at the kill board, it doesn't look like he is too dangerous. But you never know. It could also be just someone scouting, and then when he sees that, okay, this guy is in this mission location, or scans down with combat scanner probes, and then maybe he's going to call in all his friends who are going to annihilate me. You never know. But that mission was done pretty quickly. So I just keep here doing these missions and getting more of the standing. Training the skills for this character as well. He's got 86 million skill points, various different things. Initially, this character here, I made him to be able to do a Retribution and I believe it was the Hawk and Jackdaw Abyss, because I wanted to use him as an alt to be able to fly the Abyssal Co-ops together as alt. However, I'm not really too keen on that nowadays, because actually it quite quickly faded away, my interest in doing that, because of how much micromanagement you need to do that. I don't think it's at all particularly fun, because you have to just click so much, and it feels like you are really working some kind of job. It doesn't feel like you're actually playing. You're just really super focused. It was too much. So I quickly got threw the idea away, and have been just training him to use like different various activities and alt could be useful for example, scanning, PI. I don't do PI with him, but I have got skills trained in case I decide to do PI stuff, but I can't really be bothered to set up a PI right now with him. So now, in the background for the last year, 2 years, he's been just training in different ship skills, and I'm still training because it takes a long time to train up all skills for a character. So we're training on a lot of Tech 2 stuff, because I still haven't got all the Tech 2 stuff going on for him, because initially I was just training everything to be perfect at doing Retribution in the Abyss. So I was training like the small energy beam turret specialization to level 5 and all that kind of stuff. So even though he has got 86 million skill points, it's not, how would you say, very broad skill points. So like, for example, we've still got Galactic Cruiser not level 5. There's still a few Tech 2 weapons that we're not able to use. And many of the E-War stuff as well, I'm not able to use it because I never thought they would be useful before when I was training this character. But now what I'm doing is I'm trying to train him to be a little bit more general, like, you know, a little bit good in almost the subcaps. Not perfect, but at least he can fly stuff with somewhat good ability. Oh, look at that. You see the Stargate looks pretty dirty, like as if it's taking damage from something. Maybe that's because it's Sansa's Nation. You know, when I'm going here, I should actually be using propulsion mode, because that'll make it so that we can go a bit quicker. There's a flycatcher there just chilling there. But is no one logged in the system? Could it be that he just logged out? That could actually be what has happened. Oh no, maybe he just joined again, perhaps? But I like these low-level missions in Nullsec because they feel a bit more dangerous, and they're pretty easy to do. And when you're using a swift ship here, it doesn't feel too risky or unnecessary risk, but we'll see. This area of space is also pretty quiet, so that also is in our favor here. And it could possibly change if we are to do this in a more riskier time when there's more people around. And maybe also if we're doing missions that involve me being on the field for a longer period of time, like say the L3 missions, then maybe we're just going to be sitting there, and it will provide more time for enemy players to group up and plan an attack on me. But we'll see. Hopefully it'll keep on going the way it's been going right now. But it would be at least interesting to do some L3 missions, because the L3 missions actually were giving a few million ISK per mission. And when you compare that to the L3 missions in HiSec, that is really good. The L3 missions here almost pay as much as the L4 missions in HiSec. However, it would be nice to do the L4s though. They're a lot better, obviously. Okay, so sharpshooter mode, you see, go in sharpshooter mode, and then we got the good range 53 fall off, so it's nice. You can just do here, and split this up. You can just wreck these guys really quickly. And I just stop here. And that was it. That was a really fast mission, actually. It was quicker than the previous one, and it paid actually better this mission. So some missions can be like that. They have a disproportionately good reward to the amount of effort you have to do in. But maybe it's because we're so much more powerful than these mission NPCs, that when it comes to the value to the NPC that we're doing the mission for, maybe he seems this mission is more important, because that was very dire to him, destroying those few drones. But my character, he's in this corporation here, Tactical Grace. And so far they seem to be pretty cool. So yeah, propulsion mode is good because we get that faster align time. Look here, if we go in the navigation, turn off the MWDs, 2.9 second align time, which is, it's not super fast, but it's still pretty good. I consider that to be pretty good. And then if we go in propulsion, then obviously or the sharpshooter, quite a bit slow align time. So we are a relatively nimble ship. Then I got an insta dock here so that we can quickly go. I keep seeing this pattern here in the skybox. I'm not sure what this is from. If any of you guys know what this big wormhole looking structure is, let me know in the comments down below. I'd be curious to know. Okay, let's dock up here. And in the mission. Good. Okay, what is the next one? Oh, it's in the Mortis Legion people we have to face now. That's in the same system we're in. I wonder how they'll be. I've not done any of these pirate missions so far against the Mortis Legion. I should probably make an undock bookmark as well sometime, because it'll make sense. Say there's enemies outside here, and I can just undock and avoid them a bit easier than I otherwise would have been. Up to location. Let's go. Pretty dark here because of the shade from the station. A cool looking moon you've got straight out of the station over there. Nothing on the D-scan here. Activate the sharpshooter mode. Oh, there was quite a few. I saw there was quite a few Mordus guys there. And we warp out. This is nice when you've got missions like this, because when you've got 2 acceleration gates, then if someone is going to come in, then you will be able to see them on the D-scan, assuming I do D-scan in time. Because they'll have to decloak to be able to go through the D-scan, or the acceleration gate. Just snipe everyone here. Would have been nice to have an auto targeter actually. Are we able to fit that? Oh, we can actually fit that. We do have the fitting. Would be useful. Would actually be really useful. I'll suggest Ibad to do that. I forgot to mention actually, my friend Ibad, he has gifted me this ship here, and he's gifted me also various other ships in Nullsec, so he's been really helpful in kickstarting my journey here in Nullsec. Because he had been pretty established here for quite a long time and is quite space rich, so he was very generous to give me this. He's given also some other ships, some cruisers as well, when I'm able to train into them properly. But yes, I think definitely an auto-targeting system would be useful because of how we will be able to just lock up everyone really quickly, and also be able to lock up more targets, especially in these lower tier missions where you've got so many small targets to destroy. It could be very useful. So let's see if we even have one maybe in the station. Targeting, auto-targeting. Oh, no, we don't. Wait, maybe ship equipment. Auto targeting system. Oh, that's far away. Maybe we can. Maybe we could perhaps. Or they've changed the icon. If we could craft this somehow. Is it possible to get this? No. But is this the same module? Because now they've changed the icon. I can't remember it looking like this. Yeah, I think it is. I want this, but how do we get it? It would be nice to be able to get this. We can see later if I can find it somewhere in the market tabs. Or we can even check now. You can find in this here, Eve Tycoon. I'll have to find an old targeting system later. Okay, but otherwise let's just hand in this mission here pretty quick. Destroying the Mortis Legion. Okay, so we'll take a bit of a break now, but I want to show you guys what I've been up to here in Nullsec. We're going to be doing more of these and slowly but steadily working our way up to getting to the L4 missions. I think it'll take a while though, and probably it'll be a while until we can do the L4 safely or in a pretty reliable way. Obviously, everything in Nullsec is not going to be 100% safe, never. But I mean, it isn't that either in High-Sec, but a lot less in Nullsec. The thing is, maybe we'll have to find a way that is, you know, able to be profitable. Maybe if we die occasionally, but it'll be profitable in the end. So we'll see. It's interesting though, because it's something I've never done before. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something new. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.